Welcome. A heartfelt welcome to all of you to the Jashwa Stories YouTube channel. We are coming to you with the third episode of the Mahabharata series titled Amba and Bhishma. This story covers the significant events in the lives of Bhishma, King Salva of Sagal, and Amba. Chitrangada, the son of Satyavati, died in a battle with a Gandharv. He had no children, so his younger brother Vishitravirya became the king. However, since Vishitravirya was still young, Bhishma ruled the kingdom in his place. Once Vishitravirya reached marriageable age, Bhishma set out in search of a suitable bride for him. He heard that the king of Kashi had 3 daughters who were ready for a Svayamvara, a ceremony where a princess chooses her husband. Bhishma decided to go there to find a bride for his brother. Kings and princes from many kingdoms like Kosala, Vanga, Pundra, and Kalinga were present at the Svayamvara, all dressed in regal attire, eager to compete for the princess's hands. The 3 daughters of the king of Kashi were known for their beauty and education, which had earned them fame across many lands. There was fierce competition among the princes to win their favor. Bhishma was renowned as the greatest warrior among the Kshatriyas warriors. Initially, the other princes thought Bhishma had come to observe the ceremony, but when they realized he had come to find a bride, they were filled with jealousy and anger. They started mocking him, saying things like, "This wise man from the Bharata dynasty seems to have forgotten his age. Perhaps he has even forgotten his vow of celibacy. What does an old man like him have to do with the Svayamvara?" The 3 princesses, too, did not look at Bhishma and turned their faces away from him. This enraged Bhishma. He challenged the princes to fight him, and one by one, he defeated them all. He then took the 3 princesses, Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika, onto his chariot and set off for Hastinapura. During the journey, Amba revealed that she loved King Salva of the Sagal kingdom. Salva, who also loved Amba, confronted Bhishma and fought him in a battle but was defeated. Bhishma, moved by Amba's plea, spared Salva's life. Upon returning to Hastinapura, Bhishma arranged for Vishitravirya's marriage to Ambika and Ambalika. However, Amba, still in love with Salva, confronted Bhishma and said, "O son of Ganga, you are knowledgeable in the scriptures and well versed in Dharma. I had already given my heart to Salva. You forcibly brought me here. Follow the path of Dharma and do what is right." After hearing her plea, Bhishma, feeling sympathetic, sent her back to Salva. But when Amba reached Salva and told him what had happened, he refused to marry her, saying, "I was defeated by Bhishma in front of everyone. I have been humiliated. I cannot accept you as my wife. Go back to Bhishma and do whatever he says." Amba, heartbroken, returned to Hastinapura and recounted the events to Bhishma. Vishitravirya, too, refused to marry her, saying he could not wed a woman who had already given her heart to someone else. In desperation, Amba even asked Bhishma to marry her. Bhishma, bound by his vow of celibacy, could not break his promise, despite feeling sympathy for her. He tried once again to convince Vishitravirya to marry her, but it was in vain. With no other option, Amba decided to stay in Hastinapura for many years. She approached Salva once more, but he refused her again. Over time, Amba's love turned into hatred toward Bhishma, whom she blamed for her misfortune. She sought help from many kings to defeat Bhishma in battle and take revenge, but none dared to face him. Finally, Amba began a severe penance to seek divine help. Lord Subramanya appeared before her and gave her a garland of never-fading lotuses, saying, "Whoever wears this garland will become Bhishma's enemy." Amba took the garland and went to every king, asking them to wear it and fight Bhishma on her behalf. But no king dared to do so. She eventually went to King Drupada, who also refused to wear the garland. In frustration, Amba hung the garland at the gate of Drupada's palace and went into the forest. In the forest, she met some sages and told them her story. The great warrior Parshurama, moved by her plight, offered to help. He challenged Bhishma to a duel, and the two fought for years, but neither could win. In the end, Parshurama admitted defeat and advised Amba to seek refuge with Bhishma, as that was all he could do for her. Amba, consumed by hatred, continued her penance. She prayed to Lord Shiva, who appeared and granted her the boon that she would kill Bhishma in her next life. Angry that her revenge would take so long, Amba threw herself into a fire and died. Through Lord Shiva's blessing, she was reborn as Shikhandi, a warrior. In the Kurukshetra war, Arjuna placed Shikhandi in front of him to face Bhishma. Knowing that Shikhandi had been born a woman in a previous life, Bhishma refused to fight him, following the dharma of a warrior. It was because of this that the Pandavas were able to defeat Bhishma in the war. However, Bhishma, knowing that his time on earth was nearing its end, accepted defeat. Bhishma fell to the ground, but he realized that the arrows that had pierced his body were not from Shikhandi but from Arjuna. If you liked this story, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts. To hear more interesting stories, subscribe to our channel, Jashwa Stories, and press the bell icon to get notifications so you don't miss our future episodes.